if I had to pick 3 words to describe him, I would say inquisitive, determined, and caring.
Went to work in this field in the mid-1960s. There were very few services for adults with disabilities. One of my friends, who's also a role model, was a salesman. He gave me the name of a guy who was a Korean veteran who was operating what was called a sheltered workshop in Louisville, Kentucky. When he hired me, he said, I want you to do something different than we've been doing. You're going to be evaluating people with disabilities. As I went along, I disagreed with a lot of what I was seeing. What I found out from those early experiences was not many people know what people can do. And they can always do more than you think they can do.
Tony and I started working together in 2001. He was the director of the Developmental Disabilities Training Institute and hired me on to focus on person-centeredness and promoting person-centered thinking and person-centered training in our service system, the service and support system.
I went to a training event which was led by Tony. It really incorporated all the most fundamental adult learning principles that we think are no big deal today, but weren't in practice then. And that's when I first developed my friendship with Tony. And again, things I learned in that week in Durham back in 1978, it probably was, have guided me and sustained me through the rest of my professional and volunteer life.
Tony's one of those folks I would consider a mentor. His values led his work, and he always stayed true to what it is he wanted to see happen in the lives of individuals with disabilities, and as a result, how that might transform community to be more welcoming, more diverse, and truly recognize capabilities of individuals.
I think also what strikes me about his impact was he related to so many different types of audiences so well. Whether you were a person with a developmental disability, whether you were a direct support professional, whether you were a local program director, whether you were a state agency leader, he had no trouble. He was a very, very effective communicator.
He did a lot of work which had controversy attached to it, but he was always headed for what he considered to be the right thing or the best thing for individuals who needed assistance.